Hey guys, what's up? It's Talia. Today I just wanted to sit down and talk to you guys. I have been getting countless DMs on the topic of loving yourself. And this could be a very touchy subject for some people. Self-love can be extremely difficult, but it's really, really important. Because at the end of the day, you are all you got. So I wrote down a few points on my phone that I'm just going to go over. I did some brainstorming yesterday because I didn't want to miss any points. I hope this video is able to help at least some of you. I know self-love can be quite a journey. I'm still on that journey. We can go through it together. But I just want you to know that you are absolutely beautiful, whether you believe it or not. And as cliche as it is, beauty isn't all about what's on the outside. The inside is what counts the most. Probably heard that a billion times, but I'm saying it again because it's true. So before we get into this video, if you're new to my channel, you should definitely click that subscribe button and join the Vanilla Cake fam. We would all absolutely love to have you part of it. Also, I would just like to say my hair is a complete frizz ball right now. I don't know what's going on. This mane can't be tamed today, okay? So my first tip would be to stop comparing yourself to others, especially people on social media, because nowadays I feel like you never know what is real and what is fake. Like, let's be honest, with all the editing tools out there and even just photos, people like to post the highlights of their life on Instagram. So your favorite social media influencer might look like they have the perfect life, but really everyone goes through the ups and downs, and comparing yourself to others can be so extremely toxic. Please don't do that. I get so many comments on my Instagram saying, "Oh, I wish I could be you. I'm a potato." Dude, potatoes are great, okay?
You know what? I love myself. Even though I look like a burnt chicken nugget, I still love myself.
You shouldn't wish to look like anybody because you're so special and unique. Like, your flaws are what make you so cool. If everyone looked the same, that would be so lame. My second tip would be stop putting energy into people that don't do the same for you. Stop chasing people who do not put any effort into your relationship. Whether it's a dating relationship or just a friendship, you name it. You need people in your life that are going to put the same amount of effort into the relationship as you. You need to realize your worth. Your time and your energy are so precious, and if people around you don't realize that, then you need to drop them. Which leads me to my next point: stop spending time with negative people. This is pretty obvious, but it can be so hard to drop negative people out of your life, especially if they've been around for a long time. But that negative energy is just going to drag you right down with them. And it's very hard because sometimes this is the only person that you really have in your life to go to. People come and go in your life all the time. And as soon as you let that person go, you're going to feel 100 times better. Another thing to remember is perfection does not exist, so stop chasing after it. You do not have to look like an Instagram model. You do not have to look like a Victoria's Secret model. You do not need to be stick thin if your body isn't naturally thin. You do not need to be curvy if your body isn't naturally curvy. You do not have to have a little nose and big lips and a jawline that could cut mangoes. Those are just the things that are coming to my mind. Your past, your appearance, your weight does not define you. Everything that you've been through so far in your life was supposed to happen. That's what makes you the person that you are today. And I know the journey can be rough, and sometimes you just want to give up. I have been there, but you're meant to go through these things to make you a stronger person for the future. Eat. Make sure you're fueling your body. Food is not the enemy. Do not feel guilt about eating. Make sure you're getting enough exercise. I know exercising isn't always a fun time, but your body needs it and it'll thank you. There's so many different types of exercising. There's dancing, there's swimming, there's weight training, running, biking, walking. Make sure you're staying hydrated. I remember when I was going through a really rough time in my eating disorder, my mood swings were all over the place. Because when you don't eat, your brain kind of goes a little crazy, and I got really depressed. So food is so important. Make sure you're celebrating every tiny victory. It may be a little thing to people around you, but it might be a big deal to you. Maybe it's eating a cookie after an eating disorder. That's a big deal. Maybe it's lifting 10 pounds heavier at the gym, or even just getting out of bed, because that can be a very hard thing to do. And if you got out of bed and survived the day, I'm very proud of you. Going back to comparing yourself to somebody, if you see someone around you that's doing amazing, maybe they just got a crazy good job and they just got a new car, maybe they're moved out, just know that you're gonna be there. You're going at your own pace. Everybody's life goes in different directions at different speeds. So just relax, breathe, you are going the exact pace that God wants you to be going at. Spend time by yourself doing things that you love. Whether that's just listening to music, maybe going for a walk, maybe you like to work out. I know some people do because it's like a stress reliever. Anything that your heart desires. Do that thing, do it by yourself, for yourself, and just block out the rest of the world for a bit. Sometimes even just getting off of social media for a bit can feel so good. It's also very important to treat yourself. I personally stress a lot about money. I just get crazy anxiety whenever the topic of money comes around. I don't know what it is. I'll be talking to my parents about a subject having to do with money, and I'll just start crying. I won't even be able to speak. So I'm trying to work on setting aside a little bit of money, maybe each month or so, to just treat myself. And maybe it's not money. Maybe it's treating yourself to a cupcake or a day at the spa or even just a rest day. Maybe you just need to relax. Literally anything that'll make you happy, because your cute self deserves to be happy, okay? Accepting the fact that not everybody is gonna like you, because it's literally impossible to please everybody. Everybody is gonna have their own perspective and opinion on you, but it's your responsibility and you have to learn to block out the not so nice comments that you get. As long as you know who you truly are, that is all that matters, man. It's also super important to remember, if you're being judged, it's not about you. It's about them. It's their insecurities, the things they've gone through, and their values that make their opinion. Keyword, opinion. It's not a fact, it's not a true statement, it's an opinion on you. You do not need to explain yourself to anybody. What you need to do is remind yourself of the truth and not waste your time caring about false accusations that people will throw at you. And the last thing is speak kindly to yourself. I know you've looked in the mirror and pointed out things that you don't like about yourself. I know you don't always speak kindly to yourself. I know I definitely don't all the time. Rather than pointing things out in the mirror that you don't like or calling yourself a failure because you didn't get into a certain school or you didn't get that certain job, how about try picking out something that you do like about yourself, and maybe just try being a little more gentle and encouraging with yourself. It can be really hard to look on the bright side. It's not always sunshine and rainbows, but what comes after a rainstorm? A rainbow! And just remember, self-love isn't selfish. You need to love yourself before you can truly love anybody else, because if you get in a relationship and you don't truly love yourself and you're seeking and just craving other people's attention, sometimes it's just not gonna end in your favor. And sometimes you'll just be taken for granted because you don't truly see your worth. And that's essential. You need to see how special and cute and absolutely amazing you are. And I know you can. I know you can do that. So just try getting up tomorrow morning and looking yourself in the mirror and listing something that you love. At least one thing that you love about yourself. And you know what? If you're still watching, I want you to comment that thing down below. And don't say there's nothing that I love about myself. I know there's at least one thing. Even if you have to think about it for a long time. If you can comment 3 things that you love about yourself, that's freaking awesome. Do it. And self-love doesn't mean you're conceited. Self-love doesn't mean you think you're above everybody else. It's just being content with yourself and just being in love with yourself so that you can love other people and you can spread that love. And I think I've hit every point that I wanted to in this video. Hopefully it's not too all over the place. My mind is kind of a mess right now. But I just want you to know that I find you all to be incredible human beings, and you were put on this earth for a purpose, and the world would not be the same without you. So don't ever think for a moment that you are completely worthless and nobody loves you, because I love you, and you are worth so much to me and the people around you. I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
I don't care if you don't like me. I love me.
Don't forget to love yourself.